Wisconsin Badgers, 15-6. They lose here at Camp Randall Stadium to the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's a tough loss, a disappointing one for the Badgers, because this was one where, I mean, not only is the Heartland Trophy on the line, but there are Big Ten implications, severe ones that we're going to be talking about at the end of this instant reaction here. But the Badgers, you look at this one, I mean, the main storyline is Tanner Mordecai had a hand injury that seemed like he hit an Iowa defender's helmet. That's how the injury was sustained. Did not return to this game. After the game, head coach Luke Fickell, he talked about Mordecai's injury, saying didn't have many definitive updates, but does not look good. Mordecai was not able to grip a football, and he could be out a few weeks, potentially, which means it might be time for Braden Locke. And Braden Locke caught his first extended action as a Badger today. Played the entire second half, played a little bit of stretch in the end of the second quarter as well. Locke did not look bad. I mean, he didn't look great, but what do you expect from a guy who doesn't have the experience like Braden Locke doesn't have? It's his first true experience as a collegiate quarterback. Never played last year during his redshirt year at Mississippi State. Locke, though, I mean, now the Badgers are going to have to change their offense a little bit different skill set. Locke doesn't have necessarily the athleticism like Tanner Mordecai, that deceptive athleticism that people like to call it. But instead, Locke has a couple of different ways that he likes to play, and the Badgers are going to have to try and find out the best way to operate offensively, because if we're talking about it, 6 points isn't going to cut it. I mean, the Badgers did not score a touchdown in this one, had a couple of opportunities, a 4th and 1 early in the game. Unfortunately, turnover on downs there, a couple of field goal opportunities, one in the red zone, one outside. Couldn't convert there for touchdowns, and that could be the difference in the game, not scoring a touchdown when the Iowa Hawkeyes themselves scored a touchdown in this one. So overall, the Wisconsin Badgers, they've got a lot to look to improve on. Defense, defense held up for the most part against this Iowa team, but that was expected. Iowa's not a great offense, scored only 15 points in this one, and it was only one touchdown allowed. So solid defensively, but offensively, I think that there's a lot that the Badgers are going to have to look to improve on. And we're going to definitely be talking about it. We got a lot of content coming out this week on Bucky's Fifth Quarter. Be sure to stay tuned. We've got player interviews. We got stuff what the coaches said and everything else that's going on this week as the Badgers go ahead to try and face the Illinois Fighting Illini next week. Illinois is an interesting team because if you look at it, they just defeated Maryland. They upset them 27-24. That's not a tough team. I mean, that's not an easy team to beat. Now, going into Champaign to try and face them, the Badgers also might not be without their starting quarterback. So a lot of stuff to, think about this week in practice, and we'll be up with the updates, and we're actually going to be at the game next week as well in Champaign. So stay tuned for our on-site coverage, and guys, we'll see you guys next time.